Hi friends, very good afternoon. Welcome to the daily Hindu analysis where I'll be giving you important topics from the Hindu newspaper of 4th of July from the prelims perspective and from the mains perspective. So let us begin guys. The very first news item which is important is the NCP split. Guys, here you have to prepare this topic from the prelims perspective. You need to prepare the anti-defection provision of the constitution. Here you have to prepare the 52nd amendment to the constitution which brought in 10th schedule. Anti-defection law is in the 10th schedule of the constitution, and you have to prepare the 91st amendment to the constitution which added the provision of the split in political parties, which basically is the 2/3 of the party when it is going and adding into some other political party. It is called the split. Okay, next is here this topic is also important from the mains perspective. Here you need to prepare, is anti-defection law effective to curb defections? Guys, anti-defection law was brought in to curb the menace of defections. However, in the last 30 years we see that this law has not succeeded in reducing defections. So this can be a very important mains question. Guys, moving on, PM to host SEO summit, virtual SEO summit. Here you need to prepare from the prelims perspective who are the members of SEO, and from the mains perspective why SEO is important for India particularly. Guys, moving on, India refiners said to start paying in yuan for Russian oil. Guys, here you need to prepare the various types of currencies from the prelims perspective. Okay, what are the names of currencies, okay, which are being used at the global level for trade purposes? Dollar, we have yen, you have yuan. Okay, so all these things you need to know. Next, the next RBI report 76% of 2000 notes return. Here you need to prepare the impact of 2000 notes withdrawal on the economy, the concept of currency in circulation. Guys, going further, pending 2 years, SC to take a plea against dilution of Article 370 on July 11. Guys, here you need to prepare from the prelims perspective what was Article 370 and Article 35A of the Constitution. Here from the prelims perspective you need to prepare the role of Supreme Court. Guys, Supreme Court is the guardian of the Constitution, and any action of the executive or any law passed by the parliament, okay, can be reviewed by the Supreme Court, okay, to test that was the action as per the constitution or not. Guys, moving on, Tamil Nadu flags shortage in its share of Kaveri water. Guys, here you need to prepare interstate river disputes. From the prelims perspective, you need to prepare Kaveri river and all the other rivers which are basically disputed between various states. There are other river disputes also in India. You can prepare the list of these rivers. Guys, from the polity perspective, you need to prepare what is the constitutional arrangement as far as river disputes are concerned. From the mains perspective, you need to prepare why interstate water disputes are increasing with every passing year. Is climate change related to it? And next you need to prepare from the mains dimension is the present, okay, legal and constitutional setup or architecture for resolving river disputes. Are they sufficient? Do they need to change? But this is a very, very important topic which you need to prepare. Moving on, India should refuse America's NATO plus bait. Here from the prelims perspective, you need to prepare NATO and NATO plus. What is NATO and what is NATO plus? Here NATO plus refers to security arrangement of NATO and 5 security allies of the US, which is Australia, New Zealand, Japan, Israel and South Korea. So NATO plus is very, very important from the prelims perspective. You need to prepare, and NATO also you need to prepare from the prelims perspective. And from the mains perspective, you need to prepare should India join this NATO plus or not. Guys, moving on, you need to prepare this scheme Har Jal, Har Ghar Jal, or basically which is the Jal Jeevan Mission. Okay, from the prelims perspective, this is important. Then from the prelims perspective, this editorial is very, very important. A global stocktake before the global stocktake. Okay, so here you need to prepare what is this global stocktake, what is Article 14 of the Paris Agreement, what is Article 4 of the Paris Agreement, what is this international integrity group. From the prelims perspective, you need to prepare this international integrity group. Very, very important. Guys, if you see, UPSC is fond of asking questions on various groupings from the climate change perspective. UPSC is also fond of asking questions regarding terms. UPSC is also fond of asking questions regarding various summits. Here you can see Bonn Summit and the Copenhagen 2009 Summit is very, very important. Copenhagen 2009 Summit is very, very important. Overall, guys, global stocktake you need to prepare, and you need to prepare the various funding mechanisms which is being debated at the global level to mitigate the climate change. Moving forward, the legality of the Delhi Ordinance. Guys, this topic is going on for the last 1 month. Here you need to prepare from the prelims perspective what is an ordinance, when ordinance can be issued, and from the prelims perspective you can also prepare Article 239AA, which is the provision for the national capital of Delhi. Okay, so guys, this is very, very important. You need to prepare the integrities of that. This can be important from the mains perspective also, and this can be important from the prelims perspective also. Moving on, guys, another topic, greedflation. This is a very important topic, a new development, a new term. So you need to prepare this from the prelims perspective. What is greedflation? And here they have talked about two basic theories of inflation, which is cost push inflation. Cost push inflation. So very, very important. You need to prepare, or demand pull inflation. So what is this cost push inflation, and how is this related to the greedflation? Moving on, Modi meets Council of Ministers, speaks of Vision 2047. Guys, from the prelims perspective, you need to prepare what is Council of Ministers, what is the constitutional provisions regarding Council of Ministers, what is the role of the Council of Ministers, what is the size of the Council of Ministers. All these things you need to prepare. Next, from the geography perspective, this National Highway 2, because in UPSC sometimes they are asking where is this national highway situated, and you can also prepare the various organizations, cookie organizations, which are mentioned in this news article from the prelims perspective. Guys, next topic, human error led to Balasore train tragedy. Here, this body, Commissioner of Railway Safety, is very, very important. What is this body? What is the role of this body is very, very important. Guys, moving forward, Government of India has introduced a new scheme to support minor rape victims. Guys, here you need to know the nitty-gritty of this scheme, and you need also know what is Nirbhaya Fund, because this scheme will be funded through this Nirbhaya Fund. Very, very important. Another scheme which is very important is the Mission Vatsalya. Mission Vatsalya. Guys, POSCO Act has been in news for the last couple of months. So you need to know details of this POSCO Act, Mission Vatsalya, Nirbhaya Fund, and the details of these new schemes. Very, very important. I must say, please do prepare this. Guys, whenever you prepare any scheme, always prepare the beneficiary. Next, you prepare, is it a centrally sponsored scheme or a center sector scheme? Next, you prepare the ministry, and next you prepare the mechanism, funding mechanism, etc., etc. Guys, next you see China to stay out of the Sri Lanka's creditors platform. Guys, you all know that Sri Lanka is facing through a debt crisis, and many countries have come forward to help Sri Lanka. So Sri Lanka has formed Officials Creditors Committee, which is co-chaired by India, Japan, France, to discuss Sri Lanka's quest for debt treatment after last year's debilitating financial crisis that pushed the country to a debt sovereign default. In this context, China has opted out of this creditors platform. Very, very important from the India's perspective. Here you need to know the role of IMF, role of World Bank, role of Paris Club, with respect to debt-ridden countries. Guys, next topic from the IR, you need to prepare the geographical location of the West Bank. Map-oriented questions can come. Last topic is India's hot summer of 2023, a portent of things to come. Guys, here you need to prepare heat waves. What are heat waves? Are these heat waves because of the changing climate? What are marine heat waves? and how is marine heat waves related to the heat waves which India is facing this year. Guys, this topic of marine heat waves is very important. You can get this topic in the prelims and also in the mains examination. With this, I would like to conclude, guys. If you like this, okay, the way I am basically highlighting the important topics from the prelims and mains perspective, please do like the video and subscribe to my channel and share this channel with other friends. Thank you.